Hi everybody, so I know this looks super duper crazy at the moment. Basically this is a makeup do's and don'ts video, so I hope you can see which is the do side and which is the don't side. Anyway, I thought this would be a really nice video to share with you. I know it's extremely exaggerated, but it's a really nice way to share with you the mistakes that I made when I was younger. By the way, if your makeup does, not that way, if your makeup does look like this, you do you. I'm not saying it's the wrong way to do it. This is just how I wouldn't do my makeup. I would do it like this. So yeah, if you find this video helpful, then please remember to give me a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And let's just jump into it, otherwise I'm going to be talking for hours. So firstly, I'm taking my Simple Moisturiser. I find this a really important step in my makeup routine. If I don't put this on before applying any makeup, my makeup just looks really patchy, it clings to all the dry bits of my skin, so this is a really important step for really nice makeup application. After you've moisturised, I recommend taking a primer. My favourite one at the moment is the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. This is a really nice primer because it makes your skin really tacky and it makes your makeup apply so much nicer than if you don't use it. After I've prepped my skin, I'm taking my foundation. Now, as you can see on the don't side, I'm using a foundation that is way too dark for me, and on the do side, I'm taking a foundation that matches my neck and my shoulders. This is a mistake I made so many times when I was younger, just because I wanted to look so tanned and I didn't even realise how orange it made me look. For concealer, you should take a concealer that's like 2 shades lighter than your foundation, just to conceal under your eyes. As you can see on the do side, this is a very light concealer, so you've got to make sure that you blend it out right. Also, remember to put your concealer on in a triangle shape, not just directly under your eye, because this will make sure that it will blend a lot easier and it will highlight all the right parts of your under eye. As you can see on the other side, the concealer is pretty much the same shade as my foundation, maybe a tiny bit lighter, and I'm only applying it on my actual under eye, which will make it even harder to blend and won't highlight it at all. Once you've completed your base, you have to remember to set it down with powder. If you don't do this, as you'll see later on in the video, everything will just apply so much more patchier and it will be so difficult to blend. So make sure you set down your base, under eyes, everything. For brows, you want to be making sure you're going with the right colour. I tend to go in with the one on the right just because it matches my hair a lot nicer. So on the do side, I'm just mapping out the natural shape of my brow. I'm also filling in the end of the brow a lot more than I'm filling in the front. You want the front to look a lot more natural, so you want to do more light and sparse brush strokes on the front of your brow. For the don't side, I'm going with the classic square front of the brow, which is just a big no-no. And obviously I'm using the brow pomade that is a lot darker than the other one. And I'm just making my brows a lot thicker and just going in really, really messily. Then on the do side, I'm going in with the brow gel. This will help keep my brows in place all day and it also helps them look a little bit more natural. So for the eyes, we're going to start with the do side. Firstly, you want to go in with a transition shade. This will be the lightest shade you'll use, and you just want to take this in your crease. Then we'll move on to a darker shade, and you want to take this in the outer corner of your eye, but not in your crease at all. If you start taking the darker shades into your crease, that's when it's going to start to look really, really messy. Then I'm going to go in with the darker shade, and I'm only going to take this at the bottom of my eye. If you start taking it anywhere towards the top of your eye, it's going to look really, really messy. Then lastly, I'm going to be taking a shimmery shade, and I'm going to take this on my eyelid. If you start taking glittery or shimmery shades in your crease, it's going to look really, really, really bad. Now for the don't side, we're going to be taking the darker shade for my transition shade, and oh my god, just you wait. So yeah, as you can see, that doesn't work at all. Also, because we haven't set our foundation and concealer on our eyelid, it just doesn't blend well, and oh my god, it just looks a mess. Then I'm going to be taking the lighter colour and using this on my eyelid. Yeah, basically, you're going to want to go from light to dark from the top to the bottom, otherwise this happens. Underneath your eye, you're going to want to take your transition shade really, really lightly, just to kind of pull everything together. You don't want to take the darkest shade and do this. To highlight your inner corner and brow bone, you're going to want to take a shade like this, and you want to apply it really kind of lightly. If you add too much, then it just looks so patchy and just gross. When it comes to bronzer, a little goes a long way, so you're going to want to build it up really, really slowly. Don't put a massive chunk on right at the start, because then it gets really, really difficult to blend it out. As you can see on the don't side, I just put so much on at once. Also, because we hadn't set the foundation, just look at it, it's so patchy, it just doesn't blend. I was trying so hard to blend it and it just wasn't blending out. When it comes to bronzing up your forehead, again, you want to go in slowly, and you also want to make sure it's right in your hairline so it looks very natural. A little goes a long way is the same for blush. You want to take a tiny weeny bit and just keep on building it up. If you go in straight away with a massive dollop of it, it's going to look really unnatural and you're going to start looking like a bit of a clown. Again, because we didn't set the foundation, the blush just didn't blend out as much as I wanted it to. It was just stuck there, and yeah, you can't really go back from adding too much blush. On the do side for highlight, I added it really slowly and built it up once again, and you don't want to add too much at all because highlighter can really bring out your pores. I also like to take it a bit on my forehead, but for this step you really need to take the tiniest amount. As you can see on the don't side, I went absolutely ham on the highlighter, and yeah, this happened. Yeah, it just looks disgusting. Like, what is that? A step that I will always recommend is curling your eyelashes, unless you have the world's curliest eyelashes, which I am so jealous of. Curling your eyelashes just makes your eyes look so much more open and awake, and makes your lashes look so much longer. On the do side, I'm using some lip liner. Honestly, lip liner will help you out so much. It will help you apply the lipstick so much easier, and it makes your lips look a lot more natural. For lipstick, you want to go with a lipstick that matches your skin tone. To be honest, this is kind of personal preference. I just went for a lipstick that I thought really didn't match my skin tone at all. So as you can see, without lip liner, your lipstick can start to look really messy, and it's just a lot harder to fill in your lips. So guys, this is the final result. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that maybe it was helpful or funny, or I don't even know. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe. It means so much to me. I say that all the time. Oh my god. I'm gonna go and put on some normal makeup now because I'm actually supposed to be going out. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Like, I just don't... No, mate. I can't even take myself seriously right now. Like, what the f do I look like? Am I sexy yet?